Good morning. How are you today? Oh, it's even better today than yesterday. I like that trajectory. Hope it's nice where you are. Warm, sunny. I just got a call. I expect, unless something changes, I'll be on Ari tonight to talk about the goings on between Trump, Rudy, and Gates. I guess the things to choose a couple of things in the news. I guess Chauvin's an interesting case. As you know, he's the fellow who killed George Floyd. And under the law in Minneapolis, in the state of Minnesota, he would only be exposed to the highest penalty for whatever charge had the greatest penalty. And that would be the 40-year count. But under the guidelines, he'd only be exposed to 11 to 12 years. But the prosecution sought to increase that above the guidelines, and the judge agreed, given how terrible the case was. So he is exposed to up to 40 years. And there's something else that's interesting about his case. It appears that at one point, Chauvin was prepared to enter a plea. But the word is that Attorney General Barr wouldn't have anything to do with it. I can't disagree with that. There were several times as prosecutors when somebody who was lower down wanted to testify. And in one case, big narcotics case, it had taken us so long to get the guy back. We had extradited him from Spain. And his name was Flores, and he put his occupation on his phony passport as florist. Interesting guy. And I have to admit that he was kind of charming. But I wasn't going to make a deal with him because he couldn't turn on anybody else, and what he had done was pretty serious. And there were some, dead bodies, as happens in these narcotics cases. Let's see. I'm thinking of horse racing, and I don't think, Medina Spirit? I don't think she, I actually don't know. I don't think the horse should be running, given the hangover about whether or not there was cheating. And I don't mean the horse did it, obviously. The trainer may have injected the horse. So I just don't think that's fair. The horse racing business is a tough business. I played around with it a little bit. Inexpensive horses, running them at Charleston, West Virginia. And we were very careful because our horses were pets to us, but not to other people. They put Lasix in them to clear their lungs to run. And sometimes they run on bute so they don't feel the pain, so they're more likely to hurt themselves and break a leg. And some of these horses are insured, and the insurance is only available if they fail while they're running. So there's that. In corporate industry, we got this interesting situation. GE, General Electric, is going to go all electric. Okay, cheers. And then we find out that the factory they're going to build to do this, they're going to put in Mexico. Well, that just doesn't cut it. And I think we should have policies that deal with it. GE, come on. And you wonder where the tax breaks go when we offer them. They don't go to the people, that's for damn sure. Pardon my French. In the infrastructure struggle, I think what we see is that McConnell and company are just going to play this out. And I've been of the opinion that Biden hopes to let them show the world that they're not really prepared to deal. But this is a time precious thing. And, you don't build quickly, but you're not building until you start. And the money has to be going out, and the programs have to be set up. And there are bridges, like I mentioned the other day in West Virginia, I think 1,500 bridges that are near failure. So this is not a good situation. So I think we should close the loop soon after these discussions, unless, of course, Biden and the Senate have their hands tied by the fact that there are some Democrats that aren't for the infrastructure bill, aren't for the taxes, and that would be a real disappointment. I don't know who we're electing if we can't get them to do this. And when there's an immediate feedback loop to the voters that they see something beneficial, like that hour ride now is 20 minutes because the bridge is now safe to use, that mass transit's available, and it goes on and on. This has a significance not only to transportation and industry and the standard of life, but when Eisenhower did it, it was also to protect us against what could happen on highways. And the last thing that sort of comes to mind is the hoarding. The people out there who are making the cash shortage more difficult and more challenging by hoarding these cans. So if nothing happens, I'll talk a little bit this evening on Ari Melber about the latest and greatest screw-ups in the conduct of Trump and Giuliani and Getz. And if I'm not on, it's because some other story popped out. So I wish you all the best. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.